My GF is upset that I have a body count of 1 including her. I am a male and 28 years old. My GF is 24 and a woman. We have been dating 5 years. Yesterday we went to lunch with another couple we're friends with. The other couple we will call Jack and Jill, for the sake of the story. So we get on the topic of relationships and sex. Jack reveals his body count was 42 before meeting Jill, and then Jill told us she had a body count of 17 and then proceeded to list off their names before Jack cut her off. My GF revealed that her body count was 29 before meeting me. I admit I was a bit surprised. Now it was my turn and I revealed that my body count was 1. Everyone was shocked. Jack asked if I meant it was 1 before I met my GF. I said no. My GF got pissed at this point and demanded to know why I never told her I was a virgin when we met. I calmly explained that I don't believe in virginity and that I think it's just a social construct invented by the patriarchy and used to control and shame women. She said I still should have told her. I pointed out that she never told me her body count either and that we were both finding out each other's body count today for the first time. She was pissed the rest of the time, and when we got home she locked herself in our room and didn't come out for hours. She still insists I wronged her in some way but can't explain how. I don't see what the big deal is. We both learned each other's body count at the same time. I don't care that hers was 29. Why does it matter that mine was lower? How do I get out of the doghouse in this one? Flowers and dinner? TLDR. GF mad that my body count was lower than hers. As a woman, I can say with certainty I have absolutely no idea what you did wrong. It wouldn't faze me if I knew someone had way more or less than me. I suggest trying to get her to explain why she's upset, outside of other people's presence and after she's calmed. Edit. I'm married and met my so at 2021st. You didn't do anything wrong. The flip side of those conversations happens so much too. You can say this: I'm sorry that my response shocked you. I'm not sure how me being a virgin when we met changed anything. Why does it bother you that you're my only sexual partner? Is it a pressure thing? You didn't do anything wrong. She is upset you didn't tell her when she didn't tell you hers either. Sounds like a lame excuse just to be angry with you. I repeat, you did absolutely nothing wrong. Why would it matter if you were a virgin or not? Those things don't define a relationship. You did nothing wrong. You may want to reevaluate your choice of partner if their response to shocking news is this immature blowout. But that's another question for another day. I have no idea why she is upset. I think she must be embarrassed on some level. Or maybe weirdly worried you're gonna get bored since you've never been with others? I wish she could explain what upsets her about it. It sounds like she is ashamed of her body count and is projecting that onto you. As far as I can tell, you have done nothing wrong. Hope things get better. Good luck. I have a similar situation. My BF of 2 years, who is a few years older than me, dropped on me that I was the only person he'd been with. All I said in response was, I couldn't tell. And we moved on. I did feel a little weird after. But I realized it was just a piece of information that was different than I'd assumed, and it threw me off for maybe an hour. But it literally does not matter to our relationship at all. It shouldn't matter to your relationship either. Yeah, me being a woman, that honestly makes no sense to me at all. I'd be very happy to hear that Misa has a lower body count than me. Me and my BF have been together for 3 years and we were each other's third. So nothing to argue about there lol, since it was equal. But still, You guys shouldn't be arguing RN. You should really ask her what you did wrong and have her explain what hurt her feelings, I guess. Good luck to you. She was pissed the rest of the time, and when we got home she locked herself in our room and didn't come out for hours. Ah yes. The super healthy relationship response. So we get on the topic of relationships and sex. Am I the odd one out that finds shit like this weird? Not only do I not care about my friends' sex lives, I don't want to know about their sex lives. How does that even make its way into the conversation? You really didn't do anything wrong. Her reaction is pretty out there. Oh my god, she fucked up. Not because she had a whole bunch of dudes before you, but because she's trying to make you feel bad about it. This is a big red flag. I wonder if there is some concern on her end that if you haven't experimented with other people, that you might decide you want to and leave her to do it. There is a lot of nonsense in the media that emphasizes that you can only know what you really want if you've been around the block a few times. Your lack of sexual history made her feel guilty and ashamed about her own promiscuous past. She took her own insecurity and shame out on you. She sounds immature. Your GF was with 29 guys by 19 and couldn't tell you were a virgin. This story has to be made up. You don't owe her shit, bro. Make her take you out for dinner. A body count of 29 by the age of 19? Jesus. I would guess it's a mix of projection on her part, like another user suggested, as well as her feeling like she doesn't know her partner. If I was under the impression that my partner and I had similar pasts, let's say, and then I found out that I was his first sexual partner after 5 years of dating, I'd be pretty taken aback. TBH. I feel like that's just something you discuss, even if it's in passing, well before being 5 years into a relationship. If it were the other way around, it'd be a source of insecurity for me. For sure. If my partner had several previous partners and he'd taken my virginity, I'd feel super weird about that. So maybe she's projecting that feeling onto you. I think you just need to let her cool off and then sit down and try to parse out exactly what it is that bothers her about it. Don't invalidate her feelings. I do think it's a bit odd that it's never come up before that she was your first sexual partner. I mean, usually when you have sex for the first time, it comes up that you've never had sex before. I think it's just a weird situation that y'all found this out literally 5 years in. I don't think you did anything to warrant her being angry with you. And she's reacting in a very immature way. Honestly, I don't know why couples discuss body count at all. At the end of the day, it's the current relationship that matters. And as long as partners are transparent about any sexual health related issues and there's mutual love and respect, that's what matters more than any arbitrary number of past partners. When this question comes up, it might be better to say something like, you know what? I'd rather focus on the great sex we're having and our connection instead. No one is entitled to know your body count if you'd rather not share it. If you're both satisfied with your sex life right now, I don't see why she'd be upset about you being less experienced than her. Quality matters over quantity in the long run anyhow. I almost wonder if her anger and reaction is anxiety related. Like realizing that she's been your only partner opened the Pandora's box of wondering, how long before my partner gets curious about other people and leaves? When she cools down, you might want to have a chat about this. Some reassurance about your commitment to her could go a long way. I recommend communication first. But if she continues to stonewall you and throw a tantrum, consider leaving the relationship. The toxicity isn't a good look. If I'm correct in assuming you're both young, then there's no shortage of time to find a more mature partner. Such an amazing troll. Maybe she's worried that one day you'll think that you missed out by not sowing your oats when you were young? Maybe? Her being mad doesn't really make sense. You can never do it right, huh? Too high body count. Too low body count. Geez. Your GF was happy with you before she knew. Right? So what changed? Also, she could have asked you these things and you would have told her. Right? She is making a big deal out of a small deal. Look, she may have been bragging about your amazing sex skills to her friends and felt blindsided and embarrassed by you revealing you were a virgin. It might be just that simple. Unfair. Maybe? Is she overly competitive in other areas too? Try turning it into a joke. Both have a good laugh about it and then continue wowing her with your amazing skills in bed.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.